Hi, my name is Brenton Crowe, and we did our individual case analysis on Fender Musical Instruments. Fender Musical Instruments Corporation, also known as Fender, is a manufacturer of instruments and equipment related to music. The most popular product of the company are the Stratocaster and Telecaster guitars. This company is a United States manufacturer that also has factories in other countries, such as a very large manufacturer in Mexico. Fender started by a man named Clarence Leonidas Fender in Fullerton, California. Many of the top musicians today use Fender guitars, such as Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Jimi Hendrix, and David Gilmour, just to name a few. Having such talented musicians makes for a great marketing tool. Now here is a brief YouTube video. Next will be motivation theory. The Fender Company deals with many different ways of motivating. Three specific motivation theories are Maslow's hierarchy of needs, McClelland's, and the theory of equity. One motivation theory made by Abraham Maslow is hierarchy of needs. The hierarchy of needs suggests that human nature is based on building blocks starting with physiological needs like breathing, eating, the head all the way up to self-actualization. Self-actualization is the need for creativity and morality. The Fender Company deals directly to a person's creativity because they can make any noise they want and put together simple tones to make something that can be very special. Another motivation theory is that of David McClelland. This theory states that there is a need for power, achievement, and affiliation. Fender matches all of these needs by pushing for more sales and increased customers. Fender has many representatives to the company that ensure good relationships form affiliates of the company. A final theory of motivation that coincides with the business practices of Fender is the theory of equity. The equity model states that people balance their inputs with outputs, and the motivation is created by people treated fairly. Fender has a good example of equity by having yearly company parties where all employees from bosses and managers to janitors all feel equal by attending the party that they throw. Leadership. Leadership is involved with emotional intelligence, which knows how to control and identify your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. As leaders, this is an important trait because people's efforts and production levels are elevated if they are in a good mood and decreased if they are in a bad mood. The Hershey-Blanchard situational leadership model is another leadership characteristic that displays task, relationship behaviors as well as a follow readiness. The Fender Company follows the Hershey-Blanchard leadership style by having a special group that is focused on the teachings of managers. The managers are taught to provide useful service and ensure a smooth running operation. One last leadership style is called the Vroom-Jago leadership model. This is 5 leadership models and situational factors. The 5 factors are a decide style, consult individually style, consult group style, facilitate style, and a delegate style. Some situational variables are lender expertise, likelihood of commitment, and decision significance. Negotiating effectively. To negotiate effectively, you must understand the process and figure out where you stand on deciding what outcomes you have and what ones that are unacceptable. Learning insights give an advantage to negotiation process to gain what you want easier. It is important in business to understand other cultures and know how they act culturally correct and not offend others by doing something culturally incorrect. Fender Company is an international business that must be aware and respect of other cultures and provide good relationships in order to keep them reliable customers that buy their products. Another negotiating example is the art of influencing. Influencing others is a very important business attribute that is at the core of good salesmen. Fender has a system in place where the wholesale people there get a commission on the sales they create. This drives employees to use the art of influencing to create as many buyers as possible. Change management. Changing organizational culture requires someone to first understand how the old culture functioned. Make sure employees are supported throughout the change and allow time to make the changes needed. Fender has built a factory in Mexico where they have certain rules that the locals might not be used to only working for Mexican companies. So Fender has understood their old culture and has allowed time for the workers to act in compliance of the Fender Company. Companies must be ethical to receive a good public impression and create valuable revenue for the company. The workers of the company must also act ethically because they represent the intent of the owners. Employees are instructed on how exactly they should act on ethical standpoint by given specific guidelines on what they can and cannot do. Diversity in the workplace must be understood because the mixing of cultures can change certain work situations. Having a diverse workforce must be monitored to ensure there is no negativity and problems between the employees keep productivity high. Summary. Fender is a very profitable company that shows its success by incorporating leadership, negotiating, motivation, and how to deal with change. Fender is one of the largest guitar musical instrument producers, and this is only because they have a structured system that allows to make the correct decisions. In the role of Fender, I am a consumer of the products and a promoter of their products. I believe that Fender is a successful company because they incorporate so many different theories such as the Vroom-Jago, Manslow, and the art of influencing, just to name a few.